Design dreaming, whew, the genuine sense of design. Well, it might be quite a bit of a challenge to explain what is the purpose of dreaming in design, or what dreaming means to design. As a matter of fact, I do believe that there are as many ways of approaching design by dreaming as there are designers. One of the main problems of design at this moment is to be considered as a unified block of knowledge, where it goes from art to technology and through to humans. How could it be anything but multidimensional? So, back to my topic. Why did I choose to talk today about design dreaming, or at least to give a big place to design dreaming in my talk? Mainly because now, in the era of design thinking, I think, or I feel, we may be missing the point. By what? By not allowing enough place for dreaming in design. By not allowing place for, why, Eureka! Yes, there, I've got it, that's it. For the happy happening. Let's first start by something which is not going to be trendy at all, which is to talk about history. Because I don't think we can build a future if we don't learn from our past. I choose to highlight 3 stages in design history because I think they are very meaningful to design philosophy. But I also choose these particular 3 steps because I think they have been widely misunderstood, and those misunderstandings are still weighing negatively on design. I've faced them very often, by far too often, over the past decade in my work. So, William Morris and the arts and craft movement in the UK, second half of the 19th century. At this time, artists, intellectuals, and craftspeople reacted to what they call the ugliness of the industrial world. And please, do consider ugliness in the wider sense of the word, which also means mental and social poverty. They wanted to bring to the industrial world beauty and sense. They wanted to create meaningful, vital experiences. And they wanted to promote social progress. And those are, in my opinion, the ethics designers inherited. But, unfortunately, what did they bring through those misunderstandings? The fact that design begins to be considered as an ornament. You know, we designers, we are makers of pretty things. Let's pass on to Germany, first half of the 20th century. I told you it was going to be a quick glance. With the Bauhaus School and Walter Gropius. What did they do? The positive aspects. I think they did a lot for the democratization of design, and that's a fairly good point. They also defined most of what is the design process. And obviously, they raised the foundation for modern aesthetics. But again, what did they unwittingly bring? Form follows function. A false notion lasting for decades. Does form follows function? Should form follow function? We have a lot of loss of energy on it. What, in my opinion, form does is to reflect, to promote, to provoke a meaningful experience for people to be lived. Form and function are just a unit, which can't be separated. How can we separate emotion from reason in human behavior? Well, this time we jump over the Atlantic. And we find further in the 20th century Raymond Loewy and the industrial aesthetics. Big consultancy, if you prefer, the big consultancy of industrial design. The good? Well, mostly I think that it promotes the relation between design and business. And they did a lot for the design to be widely adopted and used by industrial companies. And the downside of it, you know, ugly doesn't sell. So now designers, we are makers of pretty things that reflects their functionality because it helps to sell them. Being honest, absolutely honest. How many of you, well, you are quite an open mind in an advanced audience, so let's say how many of people you know still hold in the corner of their mind that design is mainly about putting cosmetic touch on an already conceived, so-called useful product so that it sells better. What a gap, isn't it, between this misconception of design and its and its original purpose. The purpose of bringing beauty and sense to the world, the purpose of creating meaningful experiences, and the purpose of promoting progress and prosperity. In my opinion, the same gap exists between the potential and benefit design could bring to companies and what it really does when misunderstood and underused. So to present time, design thinking. Well, positive of design thinking, some of the positive of design thinking. I think that it has helped in the relation design and business because business has gained comprehension about creative problem solving. And also because businesses have given a greater recognition to creativity when confronted to complex problems. Bringing multidisciplinarity, that was a real hard to write on, is another aspect I would like to underline. And the third one I would like to highlight, and I'm really keen on this one. It's qualitative research given a real place. Qualitative data is a fundamental resource when it comes to a better understanding of human needs. So, conversation, provocations, observation, discussion with users are not only convenient, they're just unavoidable. If you want to get an understanding of what can the people want to live in the future, it's still quite a bit of a guess. So at least, let's try to know what they do, what they live, what they think, what they love in present. Well, okay. And the downside of it? The downside, I think we can already foresee of it. First one, and quite clear. Information for the sake of itself, as is information could build in itself solution. Second one, we build fairly complex processes, packed with methods, tactics. No one keeping the whole picture in mind. Complex processes, which by far too often lead to, let's say, quite disappointing solutions, which sometimes can be hardly implemented. But I would say that for me, most of all, we are by far too often back to the olds, information, method, process, results, but with a new sticker. And what is even more dangerous, with a legitimating sticker on it. The aim of design was design seeks to do, and not only what design seeks to do, what design is able to do, is to build intelligent knowledge and strong intuition so that we can envision new scenarios for the future. It's also to embed intuition through the whole process so we can create visions and then new solutions. Well, don't you think we may be on the path of too much reasoning and too little dreaming? Well, I will apply it to my talk, so let's allow a while to dream in this talk. And I'm very glad, because I'm going to be able to make a tribute to a great designer, one who always reminds me that even if I am working, or my consultancy is working in a much more abrasive context, and on, by far, more humble objects, we should always seek for a better quality for people's lives. Relax, open your mind, lift up your soul, and allow you a dream. Well, it's not too bad. We're very strategic designer. Allow me to keep quiet 3 minutes in a 15-minute talk. Oh. What did happen? Could you put it back on the last one? So, design is about empathy. Design is about emotion. Design is about fun and is about poetry. Design is about intelligence. And I'm afraid that I disagree with Alberto. Design is never about the sake of itself. Design is about dreaming. Design is about giving form to the dream of others. And most of all, and that is still pending in design, in my opinion, we should really reflect about it. Design is about allowing a space for others to build their own dreams. And I'm a very pragmatic woman. Allowing design to dream is very strategic to business. Many thanks for your patience. I hope at least my French English was entertaining. Bye.